Average Pat's Movie Reviews.
Hi everyone, Average Pat here to sit to chat today about the movie Glass. Glass was released on January 18th of 2019 with a budget of about $20 million, and it opened initially in the U.S. to a weekend of $40 million, making its budget back twice over. So far, since it's been released, it's pulled in about $102 million worldwide. So overall, a very decent movie done by director M Night Shayamalan. This was his 19th production and is actually the third in a trilogy of the movies of superhero character type people that was first started in the movie Unbreakable. That series was continued with a very subtle nod at the end of the movie Split, with an appearance by Bruce Willis' David Dunn, which tied the first two films together, and this is a nice little bow on the package of the trilogy. Overall, the characters' depth and the characters were incredibly well done. Anna Taylor-Joy comes back to do her role that she did in Split of Casey Cook. You have James McEvoy going absolutely insane with the amount of characters he did. I'm going to read them all off here. Patricia Dennis Hedwig, The Beast, Barry Heinrich, Jade, Ian, Mary Reynolds, Norma, Jailing Cat, BT, Kevin, Wendell Crumb, Mr. Pritchard, Felida, Luke, Goddard, Samuel, and Polly, all done by him, and done so amazingly well by him that you are actually, I know I was, and a couple other people I talked to that have seen this movie, were able to actually pick up the nuances of the personalities just by his motions, his facial expressions, his body language. In my eyes, that's an incredibly well done performance by Mr. McEvoy was just out of this world. Bruce Willis obviously is back as David Dunn, the superhero with insane strength from the Unbreakable movie, and Samuel L. Jackson comes back as Elijah Price, aka Mr. Glass, who's been imprisoned for 19 years according to the movie lines and actual real time. The line that was made at the end of Split that gave an homage to the fact that they were all connected was that David actually made a comment that he's been in prison ever since the incidents from Unbreakable when he was first arrested, and it turns out as this movie was released, it was almost exactly 19 years ago that movie had debuted. Excuse me. So this sets up a very confusing just conglomeration of storylines that everybody wants to see how they resolve each other, and they resolve each other quite well, leaving lots of questions open, answering lots of other questions, and really overwhelming everybody with the idea, okay, are they going to make a fourth movie? Is this going to be a franchise thing where he's going to make his own superhero universe, kind of along the lines of Marvel with all the universes they have? Or is this going to set up, just leave it open as it is and leave the potential for something there just to tease everybody? Being as it's M. Night Shayamalan, I would leave it as he's probably doing it just to tease us all, because you never know what to expect with somebody of his creativity. The performances by Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson aren't as spectacular as McAvoy's, but they are very good in their own. Sarah Paulson plays a doctor in this who's trying to understand why people, quote, think that they're superheroes even though they're not. And the struggle of the way she handles the interactions with Bruce and with Samuel L. Jackson, their characters of David and Elijah, are quite. They get right to the soul of it, and you really yourself as a fan and as a watcher of the movie start, wait, what if we're wrong about this guy? What if he really isn't this person? What if he's really this type of person? And what if it's just pure dumb luck? Or what if it's just pure bad publicity? What if it's this? What if it's that? And the self-doubt she tries to portray onto them comes through very well by their performances and comes through to the audience and makes the audience doubt as well. Her character was impressively bizarre and awesome at the same time. You know there's something more to it, but you're not quite sure what it is. You're not sure how to react to her being on screen. You're not sure whether to like her, to hate her, to say, what are you actually trying to do? Are we supporting these guys? Are we against these guys? How are we supposed to handle this? And her perception changes throughout the movie as things go along, which makes it even more interesting. From her to be a hard line at one point to a harder line at this point to a different viewpoint at another one. Just overall great performances for a script that was apparently only 134 pages. Just showing how well Mr. Shyamalan picks up the nuances of what he wants his characters to be and explains it well enough to the actors that they can get that kind of performance out of such a small script, but to understand and have the passion and the drive behind their character. Overall, I would give this movie probably 3 3/4, 3.75 out of 5. To me, there were a lot of questions that were left open, like I said. Too many of them that I'm comfortable with, though. Overall, it was a phenomenal movie, but with too many questions left unanswered and no intense inklings as to whether or not it's going to be a sequel or there's not going to be a sequel, to me, that's a little bit on the let's just take a play with the emotions of the audience and get away with it. So 3.75 out of 5 for a very well done movie by M Night Shayamalan. Again, his 19th that he's done. The man's a creative storm, but very well acted out, very well scripted. The cinematography was great. The use of colors for each individual character, yellow or mustard color for the Beast, green for David Dunn, and purple for Mr. Glass, are quite obvious throughout the entire movie. And the typical M. Night Shyamalan twist that you think you see coming, but you know is supposed to be there, you don't see it coming. This one will catch you by surprise, and you will like it. So again, 3.75 out of 5. If you like my review, you want to see more of them, you're interested in what I have to say about other movies, or you want to suggest anything to me, please leave a comment below. Give me a like on Facebook. Give me a subscribe here. Let me know what you want to see, and hopefully I'll be able to do another review for you, and you'll be able to see it as soon as it comes out. Thank you very much. Have a great day.